Let's talk about a string builder. Basically, a string is an object, and it is an immutable object, meaning that if a new string is created, it will be saved on the heap. Remember the stack and the heap, the value types and the reference types? Well, the string is going to be saved on the heap. If any changes are made to the string, instead of changing the actual string, a new string object will be created. And if there are many changes to that string, it could actually hurt the performance because you're creating new strings, new memory locations every single time. So in order to solve this problem, StringBuilder was made. And what it does is basically it allocates some memory for that string object you're about to create. It is basically a dynamic object. So as you add, modify, and remove characters from the string, it refers to that same string that you have just created. So it's the same memory location as opposed to creating new ones and referring to these new memory locations. So it saves performance. It improves performance. Let's go ahead and show you an example. The way you create a string builder is by just saying string builder, and then you give it a name. So string builder in this case, or I can just say my string1 was new string builder. Now basically, it's just a custom type. You have access to that, and it has methods on it after you have instantiated. One of them is append. So you can go ahead and say, here is some text, and you can go ahead and say, here is some more text. Here is some more text. Then you can go ahead and say, here is even more text. All of this refers to the same memory location, so it improves performance. However, if you went ahead and said, hey, you know what, string, my string2 equals, here is some text. And then you went ahead and said, oh, well, I'm just going to append some stuff to it. I'm just going to say, here is some more text. Here is some more text. And then you went ahead and said, my string2 equals my string2 plus, here is even more text. You did this. Every time you create it, you're going to allocate a new memory location. And if you have had to do this like millions of times, obviously it's going to hurt performance. So whenever you know that you're going to change, modify, remove from the string, and use a string builder, because that's what it's made for. If you know that the string is just going to stay there for the whole time, then use your string type and go with that. But just know the difference when to use which, because it has to do with performance, and performance directly relates with the user experience, which is very, very important. So that's StringBuilder.